Hello, my name is Kim Manis, and I'm the Director of Product for Azure Synapse Analytics at Microsoft. I'm a white female, dressed in black, wearing glasses, and have long brown hair. Today, I'm excited to share with you some of our latest innovations in Azure Synapse for data integration, data science, and log analytics, and demonstrate how these enhancements can accelerate time to insight for enterprise analytics. Customers around the world are continuing to accelerate their modernization to the cloud, and analytics workloads are no exception, given their perfect fit for elastic cloud economics. When selecting a cloud analytics platform, performance, scale, and data security are key attributes to consider, and Synapse has a great story there. However, requirements are continuing to evolve, and customers are pushing us to expand the capabilities of Synapse to make data integration, data science, and interactive analytics easier and faster than ever before. Today, I'm going to show you a series of innovations we've made into Synapse and how they accelerate time to insight for a variety of scenarios. Let's start with Azure Synapse Link, which provides near real-time data integration from Cosmos DB and Dataverse. Synapse Link enables customers to integrate operational data into Synapse Analytics without building ETL pipelines. Developers spend less time building and maintaining data integration pipelines, and instead can focus on solving business problems with analytics. We previously announced the public preview of Synapse Link for Dataverse at Build earlier this year. And today, I'm pleased to announce that this feature is now generally available for customers. With a few clicks, customers can integrate their data from Dynamics 365 business applications into Synapse to analyze and join with other datasets. We've also enhanced the functionality of Synapse Link for Cosmos DB. Synapse Link now supports Cosmos DB custom partitioning. This feature is in public preview and enables the creation of separate partition keys for analytic and transactional data. It improves analytical query performance while reducing the cost for analytics workloads. And finally, we're expanding Synapse Link capabilities even further to enable SQL Server 2022 as a source system for operational data. This will be available in the upcoming community technical preview of SQL Server 2022 that we will release shortly. This will be a huge time saver for customers, helping users get to insights on data stored in SQL faster than ever before. In addition to Synapse Link, today I'm also excited to announce database templates, which is now in preview in Azure Synapse Analytics. Getting started building a new data warehouse from scratch has always been hard and time-consuming. It's a code-heavy exercise that generally requires a number of iterations to get right, and it's difficult to know even where to begin. Azure Synapse Analytics now comes with a set of database templates integrated into the Studio experience, giving customers access to comprehensive, industry-specific data models at no additional cost. Database templates contain base entities for a number of industries that can be used as an information blueprint for their analytics data models. Users can quickly deploy all or part of the model into their database and then begin integrating that into the model. We're also releasing a code-free database designer to customers to not only augment the models in Synapse Studio, but also map, transform, and load that data without writing any code. With database templates, it's now easier than ever to stand up a new data warehouse in Synapse. I've asked Priyanka to give us a demo of Synapse Link for Dataverse and to show us database templates in action.
Thank you, Kim, and hello, everyone. Let's walk through the scenario where you can leverage the exciting capabilities Kim just mentioned. Let's say I'm a data engineer at a large retail company. Currently, we leverage the rich capabilities of Dynamics 365 to provide an end-to-end view of our customers. Let me show you how I can empower business users with real-time insights using Azure Synapse Link for Dataverse. Here, I am in Power Apps Maker portal. Let's navigate to Azure Synapse Link and add new link. I'm selecting here Connect to Azure Synapse Analytics Workspace, providing subscription, resource group, workspace name, and the storage account. On Next, I can select the tables which I would like to publish to Synapse Workspace and click Save. This will start creating a Synapse link. Once the link has been established, I can select the link and use this shortcut to launch Azure Synapse Workspace. Here in Synapse Workspace, Under Lake Database category, I can see the Dataverse database is populated with the tables I selected while establishing a link. I can use this data to build my machine learning models or analyze with Spark or SQL. Let's see the total revenue by state for Contoso account. This query is connected to the built-in SQL pool and Dataverse database. We can see here, Wyoming has the highest total revenue. As you can see, within few clicks, I brought Dataverse environments data into Synapse to start analyzing and get insights. Continuing the data engineer persona, Synapse has a new database editor and templates to create your code-free database design, increasing productivity. To add tables, let's see the database templates Kim just mentioned. These new database templates are standardized data models for specific industries and are available in the gallery. Let's select the retail and continue. Here I get more than 5,000 tables grouped by business areas to build my own data model. Let's search the channel type and add this to the canvas. When table is added to the canvas, I can see the rich description about this table, its columns, their descriptions and data types. Along with that, I can easily add related tables to this table. Continue. Here, I can customize my database as per my organization needs. I can also add an external table based on data already present in the data lake by providing table name, storage location, and it will detect the schema for that table. Let's select the infer column names and continue. This will add the table to the canvas and I can easily use this in my new data model. Let's publish it. To ingest data to this database, I can use code-free data flow mapping, which allows me to use native workspace DB connector to load data directly to the database table. Let's see the number of transactions performed by customer per channel. Let's run this query and see the results. This query is connected to the built-in SQL pool and running on the database we just created. Along with SQL, we can also use this database to explore and analyze with Spark or build machine learning models. We are introducing a new Azure Synapse connector in the Power BI, which imports relationships in the Lake database. Using this, I can build reports and share insights with business users. Using Lake database templates, I was able to create a database. Use it with Synapse Analytical runtimes and Power BI, which accelerated time to insights. Back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Priyanka. Synapse Analytics provides a unified analytics platform, allowing you to bring the data in once and then pick and choose the right tools for your different analytics tasks. By delivering analytics engines optimized for different scenarios, customers can run more workloads using less resources, as opposed to trying to fit all scenarios into one technology. These workloads include the Microsoft SQL engine for data warehousing scenarios and Apache Spark for machine learning and data science. We're learning from our customers that as their analytics solutions continue to evolve, there are other emerging classes of analytics that they need to address. Customers are leveraging massive amounts of technology data from all of the websites, devices, and processes they are monitoring. Azure Data Explorer has gained a ton of momentum in the last couple of years, leveraging proven technology to explore these massive time series data sources. The technology supports over 32 billion queries monthly on over 5.4 exabytes of data for enterprise workloads worldwide. Customers such as GrabTaxi and Ecolab are using Data Explorer, and it is also broadly adopted throughout Microsoft. Today, I'm pleased to announce the public preview of the Synapse Data Explorer pool, which is performance optimized for telemetry analytics. This Synapse Data Explorer engine enables customers to interactively analyze massive amounts of text-heavy log data in near real time for scenarios such as IoT machine observability or web application telemetry. All features and functionality of the Data Explorer pool are built directly into the Synapse Studio. In a few clicks, users can manage their clusters, browse data, and author queries to unlock new insights on their data. I'm joined by Manoj, who is one of the product managers for the Data Explorer engine. Manoj, could you show us how this new capability works in Synapse?
Thank you, Kim. Let's look at a quick demo. Imagine you are a data engineer and you're collecting tons of logs, and you want to have built a near real-time solutions on top of that, as well as you want to correlate that data with the business data to understand the real impact on your users. Let's look at how you can do this with Synapse Data Explorer. You can start by creating Data Explorer pool in your Synapse workspace. Let's get started. So I've already logged in into my workspace. Click on Manage, click on Data Explorer Pools, click New, enter the pool name, select the type of compute you want to run depending on your requirements. Either you want a storage optimized compute which can cache a lot of data and less number of machines, or you want to go with compute optimized queues which can cache less amount of data but gives you more compute power. So let's select the compute optimized queue for now, and then select the auto scale settings based on your needs and click create. Once you create it, the pool is created within a Synapse workspace. It inherits all the security settings that you have set on the workspace. For example, if your workspace is in managed VNet, all these pools are created under the managed VNet. You don't have to worry about in network security. Also, if you have configured a customer managed keys or firewall or any kind of security settings on your workspace, the pool will inherit that. Once the pool is created, you can access it from the Data Hub. Then you can go and create a database under that pool. It'll appear under the Data tab. So my pool is already created, and I have a bunch of databases that were created earlier, but you can create it from here. Okay, we're not going to create it for this demo. So the data is already loaded and created. So my database is log benchmark about this is a 100 terabyte data set where the logs are continuously feeding into my system. And now I'll show you how to analyze them. Let's look at how much data do I have in this table. So I have a table called logs and count. See, there are 403 billion records in this database. Let's see how I can analyze them. The first query that I'm running is just searching through, looking for a certain text into my messages. These are my logs messages. Let me quickly show you how the logs looks like. Take 10. This has some unstructured data and then some structured data. Now I'm running a query which is digging into and querying 403 billion records, and just within under a second, it has given me the records. Let's look at some other queries where I'm trying to find some client ID, request ID, some GUIDs, and see how it reacts. Again, within sub-seconds response time, I have this data with querying 403 billion rows. This is all possible because all the data is indexed, cached, and the query runs in a distributed manner. Let's run a little bit complicated aggregated value, which is looking at multiple columns, creating computed columns, and then running aggregates on top of that. Again, just a few seconds, and I have my response and have my query results available in front of me. This is another example where we are combining results of two data sets and then creating and then extracting data from JSON, which is stored in the properties column, and then running aggregations on top of that. Again, just within a few sub-seconds response time, I have my data available to me. Finally, I want to show you a query where my business data is sitting in a SQL pool, whereas the logs in Data Explorer pool. And I would like to combine them together and then see if there is any impact to my users based on the logs that I'm seeing. Let's run this query quickly. So the first part of this query is going and getting data from SQL, and the second part is querying data from Data Explorer and then merging them. And now I can correlate them very easily with all the detailed error messages I'm seeing with the customers. Really powerful technology. We just ran a bunch of queries and saw how fast Data Explorer is responding to my queries. And the language that I use here is KQL, Kusto Query Language, which is the primary language for querying data from Data Explorer, which is highly optimized for telemetry workload. Thank you for watching this demo. You can use Data Explorer to build near real-time solutions for your log, time series, and event data. We would love to see you leveraging this capability for your business. Thank you. Back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Manoj. Customers need to make it easier to discover data assets across the entire data estate, which includes hybrid scenarios such as on-premise and other clouds. Our solution to this is Azure Purview. Purview is our new data governance service that reached general availability earlier this year. It provides automatic discovery and classification of data assets, both in Azure and hybrid data stores, and uses this information to create a global catalog of all data assets. We recently announced the general availability of Azure Purview, and we are already seeing massive customer demand, with over 57 billion data assets that have been cataloged by Purview customers. But once you have a catalog of your data, you need to easily be able to search for the assets you need and take action to integrate that data into your solution. We've made this really easy in Azure Synapse by embedding the Purview catalog search directly into Synapse Studio. Using this feature, developers can search for the data they need, and once they find it, Synapse gives them the tools to integrate and analyze the data immediately. Azure Purview has direct integration within Synapse, and I would like to invite Angeline to show us the product in action.
Thanks, Kim. I'm excited to show everyone a really cool integration we built between Synapse and Purview. So let's imagine I'm working on an analytics project and I want to understand how many sales orders we filled each month during the last quarter, but I haven't connected to all of the data I need yet. Here I am in my Synapse workspace, and I'll start by searching for sales. You can see that I'm actually using Purview Search from within Synapse. This means I'll be able to search everything my organization has cataloged in Purview. I get suggestions as I type, and now I have thousands of results ranked by relevance across a range of data stores. This sales order table looks promising, so let's drill into it. Okay, here I can see an overview of this table, including a description of the asset, the glossary terms tagged to it, and thanks to Purview's automated data classification, I can see that there's a lot of personal information in this table. We've got credit card numbers, customer names, date of birth, and more. Now I'll jump into the schema view where I can see detailed information about this table, the column names, corresponding classifications, sensitivity labels, data types, and descriptions of each column. Now I'll use Lineage to explore where this data comes from and how it's being used downstream. Here in the Lineage view, I can see where this data originates down to the individual columns. This helps me know this data is from a trusted source. Okay, so that was a quick walkthrough of how Azure Purview empowers all users to quickly find data so you can maximize its use across your organization. I hope you'll give Purview a try and start your journey to a complete understanding of your data. Back to you, Kim.
Thanks, Evangeline. Now I'd like to cover some of our recent enhancements to the Apache Spark engine in Synapse. Earlier this year, we released Spark 3 that contains a number of significant performance enhancements, such as adaptive query execution and dynamic partition pruning. These enhancements, combined with others, have resulted in the Spark engine in Synapse outperforming the open source version by over 2x. One of the biggest asks we've received from customers was to provide GPU-accelerated hardware for Spark workloads. Today, I'm pleased to announce that this is now available in Azure Synapse. The GPU-accelerated Spark pools provide built-in support for NVIDIA Rapids, as well as a set of pre-installed libraries configured to power a variety of data processing and machine learning tasks. The built-in support for NVIDIA Rapids provides over 3x performance improvements in standard analytical benchmarks without any code changes. And better yet, by combining GPU hardware with Microsoft's Hummingbird for Spark that rewrites machine learning modules for GPUs, customers will benefit from up to 4x speedup in ML model scoring time. To show how these amazing performance enhancements work, I've asked Misha to show us a demo. Over to you, Misha.
Thanks, Kim. We're excited to share that GPU-accelerated pools are now available in public preview within Azure Synapse Analytics. The recent GA release of the Synapse Apache Spark 3 runtime represented a key milestone in this effort. With Spark 3 support for GPU scheduling, users can now orchestrate end-to-end pipelines covering everything from data processing, model training, and model scoring, all from a GPU-enabled pool. So let's take a look at how you can get started by creating a GPU-enabled pool within your workspace. To create our GPU-enabled pool, I'm going to navigate to the Synapse Manage Hub. From here, I'm going to go ahead and create a new Spark pool. So I'll name the Spark pool. So now when you create a new Spark pool, you'll now have the option of selecting between memory optimized and hardware accelerated options. Now behind the scenes, we've taken care of optimizing the configurations in the settings to provide the best price perf options for general purpose GPU accelerated workloads. So as you can see, instead of managing Spark pool configurations and setup, we've simplified the creation workflow so that you can focus on solving your business requirements. So now let's switch back to our notebook. Azure Synapse Analytics also offers a simple way to leverage GPUs to power a variety of data processing and machine learning tasks through a carefully curated set of libraries within the runtime. Now, our goal here is to provide an extensive GPU ML runtime that provides access to the latest and most compatible set of ML libraries for common data science scenarios. First, let's take a look at how we can leverage this to accelerate some of our ETL workloads. As part of our public preview, we have deeply integrated the NVIDIA Rapids Accelerator into our Spark runtime. This accelerator for Spark 3 intercepts and accelerates ETL pipelines by dramatically improving the performance of SQL and data frame operations. Here we're looking at a query that a data engineer within a retail organization has put together, which joins together product details and item sales. Now, the goal of this query is to ultimately be used to serve a report that will surface the breakout of sales by product category, brand, and product class. Now, as you can see, this is a complex query that requires aggregating information across multiple sources. When I execute this on a traditional CPU Spark cluster, we can see that this query takes approximately 32 minutes to run. Now, using the native support for Spark 3 and the NVIDIA Rapids Accelerator, I can accelerate these queries, and with the plugin, we can see that this query just takes over 17 minutes to run. Now, this represents an almost 2x reduction in processing time, and as you saw, this required no additional API changes from the user. The plugin accomplishes this by replacing SQL operations with the GPU accelerated versions, so again, drastically improving and drastically simplifying the ETL process. Next, let's take a look at how GPUs can also be used to accelerate model scoring scenarios. With Hummingbird, users can leverage neural network frameworks such as PyTorch and GPUs to accelerate traditional tree-based machine learning models. Here, we'll take a look at how a data scientist can pull a model directly from the Azure Machine Learning Model Registry and then accelerate their scoring using Synapse Apache Spark and Project Hummingbird to then predict the total sales for their organization. Now, in this demo, we have data on the order, sales, and inventory information across various retail and store locations. We'll use this information to then predict the total sales for the subsequent year. Now, to do this, we'll first load the model directly from the Azure Machine Learning Model Registry. Once we've loaded the model, we'll then run batch scoring using a traditional CPU-based Spark cluster. We then compare this against the same model accelerated with Hummingbird and GPUs. Here, we convert our scikit-learn model into a PyTorch format and then execute it within the same UDF. As you can see, with Hummingbird, we can see up to a 4x speedup in the total model scoring time. As you can see, the same GPU accelerated infrastructure can be used for both Spark and machine learning frameworks, eliminating the need for separate clusters and giving the entire pipeline access to GPU acceleration. And so with that, I'll hand it back to you, Kim.
Thank you, Misha. Today, we showed you how Azure Synapse is making it even faster to get insights out of your data. There are a couple other capabilities I'd like to highlight that are both now generally available. First, we expanded the current Delta Lake support in Spark pools to enable querying Delta Lake in Synapse serverless SQL pools also. This allows analyzing Delta Lake datasets and building reports using the T-SQL language directly in Azure Synapse. Second, Cognitive Services integration allows you to use Azure Cognitive Services pre-trained models to enrich your data with AI in Azure Synapse Analytics. You can do so with the Cognitive Services wizard in Synapse Analytics or write your own code. Lastly, a pricing update is that Azure Synapse pre-purchase plan is now generally available across all global regions except China. This pre-purchase plan enables customers to prepay for Azure Synapse Compute for a 1-year term. Customers that use this pricing option can save up to 28% compared to the pay-as-you-go pricing. With Azure Synapse, you're getting a complete governed view of all your data with continuous insights, regardless of the type of data or operations performed against it, all in a cohesive user experience for any data user, without the need to spin up detached data repos or siloed services. As we look at all these exciting announcements, it's clear Azure Synapse, Azure Database Services, and Azure Purview offer limitless possibilities for getting the most value from your business data. We are truly excited to see what you build. Thank you. To follow all of the latest updates, please go to aka.ms/synapse. And to get started on a learning path for Azure Synapse, go to aka.ms/30days to Synapse.